Okay, hi everyone, this is Sam and I'm going to be doing a love reading today. Um, it's going to be a pick a card reading, so here we have 3 piles. Once again, if you do not know how these work, basically you go with whatever pile immediately catches your attention. We have a little butterfly if you have a hard time choosing. We have little pendants here, butterfly, tree, and key. So choose whichever group calls you the most. And that will be a message for you in regards to love, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna start with group 1. So hi group 1. If you pick this pile, this is your message. You have a little butterfly here as your pendant, and these are the cards that you got. Your main message here is soulmate. Don't let your past hold you back. Simply love. And your tarot are 2 of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, and the Sun. I want to make sure you can see all your cards. Okay. So when it comes to love, I feel like you are currently you're currently really attracted to somebody, and I just wanted to flip this card here. And I feel like you're not willing to act on it yet. I feel like you are having a sense of you're feeling a spark, you're feeling some type of way against towards a person, but you're not willing to act on it yet, just yet. And I feel like this could be because you are in a way kind of still maybe healing from something in the past. But I do see that you're really optimistic about this situation because there's a Sun card, the most optimistic card there is in the deck. So there is a lot of optimism in regards to this person, this individual who has kind of struck you in a way, maybe as a person who's there to listen, as a person who is more than just like a physical partner, but also like a very emotionally giving partner. Here we have some type of past ending that is holding you back from taking action. So here, this King of Wands, this is a fire energy in reverse. So it's the lack of ambition or the lack of acting upon something. And this 2 of Cups in reverse, I mean, it means like the 2 of Cups is usually a very strong card when it comes to pairings, but it's in reverse again with this King of Wands. So why aren't you acting upon it? I feel like you're definitely exploring something serious with this person. Like, you don't want to commit yet, specifically because maybe, like I said, in the past there was something that really didn't go well or didn't work out. And I feel like for this person, you're looking at a very optimistic light. But you don't want to fool around. You don't want to just have something like that lasts a little bit. I feel like you're ready for like commitment, type of thing. Like, maybe if you're, getting a little bit older and you're kind of just ready to settle down, this could be a message for someone out there. Like, you want marriage already, or you want some type of commitment to come with it, but you want something serious. Like, you don't want no like friendly just like relationship that's gonna last you like 3 or 4 months or 6 months. Like, you want something that's gonna be stable and that's gonna be giving for you. We have this Alma Gemela card. So this is a soulmate card. So I feel like you feel a really strong bond to this person for a reason. And I'm really usually really hesitant on saying, oh, like this is a a twin flame or anything. But soulmates, soulmates, I have my personal opinion is that we meet a lot of soulmates in our lives, but I feel like in this case, you may have met somebody that is just so resonating with you. The chemistry is there, the emotional like talks and emotional like physical and emotional bodies are there, like you can connect with them so easily. So this person could be a soulmate, and that's why you feel so strongly linked. And that's why you're trying to take this seriously as well, because you also feel this strong link, and you don't want something to go to waste. You don't want something to end up bad between you guys. I'm gonna pull out a healing oracle just for any additional message in regards to to your love situation, group 1. Any messages for group 1? One additional message. Here we have honoring your energy. So I feel like you've definitely been putting a lot of self-worth into yourself and a lot of value into what you want. And so you're honoring that new shift of energy, because, you know, if something in the past broke you, you're definitely able to use that energy now, or like that you're ready to reshift where this energy is going to go. You no longer want to invest and invest and invest in something that isn't going to give you something fulfilling. So you're definitely honoring that new side of you, or that new expectation that you're having, okay? So that's really good, group 1. I'm so happy. It seems really, you know, you're still trying to get the strength to bring this issue up to the person, but I do feel like there is going to be some acting upon this soon. And, you know, if you're thinking about something, you know, currently, like if you're thinking about talking to someone or reaching out to someone specifically, I feel like this is a good sign if you chose this group. You know, we have the main card that says don't let your past hold you back. So if there was anything that hurt you in the past, know that this is a person that is willing to take this seriously, just as you are willing to like invest time into this that is actually going to be worth a long time. Okay, this was it, group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know if it resonated. I'm going to go ahead and start moving to group 2. So group 2. Hi, group 2. If you chose this little tree as a pendant, and this pile, this is your deck. We have flirting, working through your fears, clarity of belief, strengthening bonds, and your tarot is the Hermit, King of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Fool. So group 2, I feel like right now you're going through a phase or a reflection time that isn't specifically committed to one person. I feel like there's a lot of flirting going on your behalf. There could be a lot of people who are interested in you, or just you are showing interest in them, but perhaps it's not actually like felt. Like it's not love, it's not anything serious that you're taking, and I feel like you are specifically reflecting on the issue of being isolated. I feel like you felt alone, or you felt defensive for some quiet time already. This has a lot of Virgo energy, so maybe you feel like in a way very cautious with yourself when it comes to love or other relationships. Here we have the new moon in Scorpio. I feel Virgo Scorpio energy. So there's definitely some hesitation when it comes to true love. I feel like there is no hesitation when it comes to flirting or to, you know, playing around. Here we have this Ace of Wands in reverse. So I feel like maybe there is somebody, or there is a new person here that you're entertaining perhaps, but you don't specifically feel driven to them like anymore emotionally, or just in general. Like I feel like this person is in a way just there, but you don't really have any like plans or any, you know, effort. You're not putting in your your effort at all almost. And And this here is because you are still not clear on what you want. And I feel like this could be, um, like, I feel like there's some, like, not even just like some past things like that happened. I feel like you're over whatever is in the past. I feel like you're not specifically like simping or dwelling about the past, but you're kind of realizing what you want for yourself. Like, I feel like it's more about an independent like hesitation. It's not about, oh, I'm moving on from somebody, or like I'm simping and I can't move on. Like, I feel like this is more about like, oh, like, who am I? What do I want in a partner? Should I settle? Like, I feel like right now you don't know what your standards are, what you want from a partner, and that's why you're figuring it out. You're taking this time of isolation and you're taking this time of defensiveness to kind of, not, exactly rule out any opportunity, but with any opportunity that doesn't specifically like impress you, you're not giving them too much of a attention, you're not giving them too much entertainment. We have the Fool card here, which kind of signifies that soon you're going to start kind of opening up your doors to people, to, experiences. We have the Strengthening Bonds card here, so definitely like a lot of self strength, a lot of building confidence before you do this. So I sense a lot of like coming out energy, like, yeah, like I'm gonna go ahead and try this or try that, or just even, explore this, explore that. It's like a very like once you find this clarity of what you want, I feel like you're gonna have like this cool like this cool phase, like awakening, almost like, oh yeah, like now I know what I want, and if, it's not what I want, then I'm, like, I'm gonna have fun anyway, I feel. So that's interesting. It's just like, well, you're gonna have fun, but you kind of will know, like subconsciously, if you want to invest time or not in that other person, or whoever comes along with an offer to you that isn't or is valuable to you. Work through your fears. There could be some fears right now that like are specifically relating to you being alone, or isolation, or being like, there's a fear here, maybe of messing up, maybe of not being good enough. And I feel like this fear is affecting you, and that's why you are currently trying to find clarity. That's why you're isolating, or that's why you're not investing in energy. You're not investing your energy in people too much, because you're working through this fear by yourself. You're not working through this fear to get over an ex or to get over somebody. You're working it through yourself, so you can feel better, and so you can feel more confident, so you could strengthen um your own power, almost like your own desires. Knowing what you want is very important to you. I feel like it's become something important, and I feel like, I mean, we have a lot of ones. So we have a lot, yeah, on one, and the Ace of Wands. So we have one, and then we have the 0 here. So I feel like there could be a new start. This awakening is gonna bring a new, start to you, and I can't wait. I mean, this sounds great. This sounds like a very important healing process that you had to go through, in order to kind of push away the insecurities that you have, and in order to fortify the amazing qualities that you want and that you have for yourself, and that you expect from others. Okay, so group 2, that was your reading. Let me know if it resonated. Okay, I'm gonna move on to group 3. So hey, group 3, this is your reading if you chose a little cute key. So adorable. So these are your cards. You got 2 love oracles. You got compromise in reverse, codependency, don't let pride get in your way, feeling alone. And these are your tarot. King of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. I don't want to extend them here, and then the 6 of Cups. Let me make sure you're able to see this. I'm gonna go ahead and push these up. I'm gonna go 3 by 3 since you got exactly 6. So starting off with the tarot, I feel like there is some type of emotional dwelling. That you've been thinking very deeply and emotionally about something. You've been maybe reminiscing, or you've been like looking at some things that you wish you could have done better, or you could have done to change the outcomes of things. You know, I feel like you're emotionally good at the moment. Like, you're not like crying too much, or like, I mean, just crying in general. Like, you're not emotionally like bothered by it, but it is something that is like taking part of your mind. Like, sometimes like randomly you start thinking about this. You start kind of dwelling a bit. Like, it could be maybe just during a specific time of the day, like maybe at night, or when you're bored. Like, some random times something keeps coming up, and it's just kind of always haunting you, like some random little thing here. There could be something financially that happened that maybe made you guys, end it off. Maybe it was a change of careers, like, or maybe the other person, had different aspirations, and maybe there was a greedy side here, like one person wasn't investing as much energy or, as much resource to the other person. And I feel like maybe this could have been you, or this could have been the other person, but there's some sense of guilt here. Like, that's why I feel like there is some reminiscing from from your side, because maybe you're like, damn, maybe I was a problem, maybe I didn't give it enough attention, maybe I didn't spoil my my significant other enough. And I feel like there's some type of guilt that's kind of keeping you up, because you feel that it's your fault, or that it was your fault for not giving or investing as much. So there's that. We have the Emperor in reverse and the Six of Cups. So I feel like there could be something, that although you feel guilty, and although you feel like you're at fault, you don't want to specifically go and fix it, or immediately like talk about it. I feel like you don't want to admit that, there was something wrong on behalf of both, honestly, both parties. And this could have been a childhood, or a very long relationship perhaps, or just a long, thing, situation, a person maybe that allowed you to express yourself very like freely with your any type of emotion. So I feel like you feel unbalanced or unsatisfied with a result, like a result that came out. You feel like you don't want to do anything about it, because I feel like there is some pride here. And it's funny, there's some pride here to accept that there was some type of mistake done from your behalf. And maybe, this can go vice versa, but I do feel like there's some guilt here. And I wonder why, like, don't let pride get in your way, a Leo card. And we have an Aries here, so maybe there's a lot of fire energy, fire sign, fire or earth sign. There's some stubbornness here, not willing kind of to take action or apologize or just do anything, and they're like, that's not maybe here in compromiso in reverse. I feel like maybe you weren't ready to give commitment to somebody, and that's why I mean, it also kind of goes back with these this greediness card, or this kind of not giving enough resources or attention to somebody. I feel like maybe you were a person that couldn't do that, or they were, but I feel like maybe you possibly were, and you kind of feel upset. You feel like you couldn't give them the compromise that they wanted, and you decided to not continue with the relationship. I do feel though that this was some type of codependency here. So maybe you feel guilty, but maybe at the same time the other person was just very codependent on you, that you felt it was like asphyxiating, like you thought it was just taking so much of your energy, so much of your resources, your time. And I feel like this is, um this is mostly the reason why you left or why you decided to leave. There was some type of, you know, uh codependency that was just heavily affecting your relationship. We have this feeling alone card. So I feel like this type of situation has made you kind of, feel alone, and then that's why you dwell on this. Like that's why you dwell, because you're exposed to just being alone. Maybe you don't have, that was the only person you talked to, or like I said, maybe this was a person from your past, like the only person perhaps before that you've been with, or that you actually like had very strong feelings for. So I feel like this time alone has really made you upset, or just made you feel very lonely, which is the reason you've been thinking so much about this. Here we have the don't let pride get in your way card. So I feel like if you really want to say something, I feel like maybe these emotions of codependency were never addressed. Like you never told the person, hey, I actually think you're not doing enough of this, and I feel like I'm doing too much of this. Like I feel like instead of communicating with the person, you just decided to end it, or to, have a break and not actually explain anything. So I feel like this pride card can be like a way to say, like, well, if you want to fix things, if you still have hope that this is something that's fixable by communicating, don't let pride get in your way. Like if you feel like you did something wrong, and that you feel that it's fixable, and that you want to, apologize for it, or even just, acknowledge it and move on, don't let pride get in your way from getting, like, I guess, that closure. I feel like you guys aren't even in bad terms. It's just like an awkward, or perhaps sudden ending. So maybe, yeah, go for that. I'm gonna go for one last card for you, group 3. Any healing card in regards to your love life. Any love card. You got 3. Group 3 got a lot of cards. Anger, truth, and stripping illusions. So I feel like there could be anger from the other party. I feel like maybe that's why you're refusing to talk to them. I feel like they don't specifically, like, I feel like they're angry because you gave them no explanation. Because here's like the truth card, and I feel like, they're angry because they don't know the real reason why you ended things, or, they're like, what was the reason? What was the reason? And I feel like you have the opportunity here to strip an illusion, to strip something, bare, and kind of, like communicate with the person saying, all right, this isn't working for me, and this is why. Like, I know it felt like it was working for you, but I feel like this was a very codependent, relationship or situation. So I do feel like the other person or another party here is kind of, angry or upset because they didn't get an explanation why, why you did certain things. So definitely consider trying to communicate, and also address what's not working for you, address what you think isn't, um, what you think is important to address. Okay, so that's it for group 3. Let me know if it resonated, and good luck with everything, okay? Bye.